If you are a contractor bidding on jobs or trying to get licensed, chances are that somebody has asked you for a surety bond. But what is a surety bond? Why do you need one? And how much does it cost? In this video, I'm going to break down what a surety bond is, how they work, and how you can get the right one fast without all the stress. My name is Andrew from Briggs Agency, and our focus is on helping small construction companies navigate the insurance and the bonding process. So first you have to understand what a surety bond is. And the bond is generally it's a guarantee. The bond is promising that you will follow through on the job or on your obligations that you have under a construction contract agreement. And if you don't follow through on those obligations, then the bond company will step in to relieve your client of the financial loss due to your inability to hold up your end of the bargain. And there are several different types of bonds that you may require as a contractor. Almost all construction companies out there have license and permit bonds. Anytime that you go to work in a new municipality, oftentimes in order to get a license for your particular trade, they require a license and a permit bond. If you're working on larger commercial projects or you're doing any type of work for the government, typically you're going to be required to have a performance bond. And when you're bidding on those projects, the general contractor or the client will require that you submit a bid bond along with your estimate or your bid for the work. And then once you're awarded the project, then the performance bond comes into effect, where that is guaranteeing your project. And then lastly, you have payment bonds, which essentially guarantee that subcontractors and suppliers and distributors are going to be paid by you. The license and permit bonds are generally very inexpensive. You can get them anywhere from $50 to $200, and usually you have to renew those every year, and especially when you're renewing your contractor's license. Bid bonds usually come at no cost. They are essentially, think of it like a pre-approval letter that you would have for a mortgage. And then if you're actually awarded the project, that's when you'll pay the premium for the actual performance bond. And both performance bonds and payment bonds are usually in the 0.5% to 5% of the total project price. And that's good for you to know up front so you can factor that into your bids. There are a couple of different ways that you can get the bonds, the performance bonds and the bid bonds. If bidding on these types of projects that require bonds is going to be something that you are regularly doing, you could have a relationship with a bond company where you're essentially pre-approved up to a certain limit, and then you don't have to go through the full application process every time that you need one for a bid. If you don't work with projects that require bonds very often, you may have to fill out an application and get approved for whatever project that you're doing at that particular moment. Depending on the value of the project, varies depending on what kind of information that you're going to have to give and how long it's going to take to get the bond. Usually under $1 million in project price, you can get bonds in a matter of a couple of days, and it's a simple one-page application. Sometimes they might do a credit check on the owners of the business. And if it's a project that is over $1 million, oftentimes a surety company will require some additional underwriting, things like financial statements for the owners and or the companies, could require a work in progress report, examples of prior projects that you've completed in the past that are similar to the one that you're applying for. And pretty much to sum it up, those are the basics of surety bonds. They don't have to be complicated, and with the right guidance, getting a bond is just another step in the process of building your business. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.